podcast, where three of the Okayest Youth Ministers talk about youth ministry. And we're back. We're in the studio. I'm here with Jeremy Crow and Hunter Puckett, and it's going to be a good day. How are you guys? Y'all doing okay?
And we're back. It's nice to be back. I kind of missed y'all a little bit.
I've missed y'all a lot.
No, just
I
a
missed
little
you
bit.
some.
It's been
Not a lot.
Well, y'all don't miss each other. Y'all just miss me.
Yeah,
Yes.
And I miss
that's basically what it does.
both of you.
But actually, we got to spend a little bit of time yesterday together.
That's true.
We got to hang out at the local graduation.
Which was a good time.
It was hot.
1,000,000 degrees and crowded. It was perfect. It was the best.
The perfect graduation.
Yeah. So
The perfect
Let's
graduation.
take just a moment as we get started. Let's talk graduation for just a second.
okay.
What is your least favorite thing about graduations?
Whew, there's so much.
Anyway, and let's preface this by saying we absolutely love our students. Right?
Oh, 100%.
and we're
like
so,
the
and we're
grad-
so proud of them.
Like the high school graduations themselves.
Yeah, the ceremony of it all.
Listen, I'm
Well, I
really
thought
proud
there
of
were
them.
So we were at the Hartselle High School graduation last night. I'm going to point out two things. One, everybody gets there super early.
Yeah.
And I get that.
The gates open at 5:30. It doesn't start till 7.
And they were there at 5:30. And I was there at like 5:45, 6 o'clock. And then I sat in the heat until 7. But then they call up all the honor graduates and give them like a medallion, but they don't give them their diploma.
Nope.
And then they wait like 10 minutes, do one more speech, and then all of them get right back up, get their diploma handed to them, and then they go back and sit down.
Yep.
And it's crazy.
I
And then
don't know why they
also,
did that.
Their student president, we might have to cut this out, I don't know. Their student president admitted to plagiarizing half of his senior year,
Yeah.
like in his speech.
Classic high schoolers.
Classic.
He gave a big shout out to ChatGPT for getting him through the end of his senior year.
It was
like
like
that.
when senioritis kicked in, thanks to ChatGPT and what was the other?
Like Snapchat AI or something.
Yeah, I don't use Snapchat, so but yeah, that's classic stuff.
It
So
was a good graduation. It was fun.
I sent both of y'all a video. I know Hunter
Yes.
watched it. Jeremy, you're not so much on the video watching.
Where was it?
You actually,
Facebook.
I don't know, but Hunter just looked it up and was watching it, and Jeremy said, "What are you watching?" And so I know that Jeremy didn't watch it.
Well, with him being a boomer,
the
he
Fortnite
didn't really-
baptism.
The
I did watch
Fortnite
it.
baptism.
I did watch
yeah,
that.
Yeah, the
But
Fortnite baptism.
I did
So
love
here's
that.
the question. Okay, just to fill everybody
Here's
in.
the question.
The Fortnite baptism, there is a guy on Fortnite. They're both on Fortnite. They're able to talk to each other through the chat, and he tells him, and they're living in separate cities, right? I mean, they don't live
From what we can tell.
From what we can tell. And he says, do you believe that Jesus Christ is the Son of God? The guy says, of course, yes, I do. And then he says, well, I now baptize you in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit for the forgiveness of your sins. And baptizes him on Fortnite.
His character, the guy, the baptized, emotes and falls under the water at Loot Lake.
Yeah. And then he comes back up and he like celebrates. So here's the question.
He comes back up and goes, "No, didn't work."
Here's the question. Did it take?
Do all of your Fortnite characters need to be baptized?
All of your skins.
Do all the skins need to be baptized?
I don't know.
I think you got to submerge all skin for it to count.
Oh.
Or immerse.
Every part of the body has to be under, right? Is that correct?
Full submersion.
Full submersion. But seriously, does it take?
Who knows, man? Fortnite world. That's a game I've played one time.
Was it with me?
No, it was with a high school student, and it is on my Xbox because, like at some point, there's so many games that are on my Xbox where I've taken that like on a retreat or something, and kids just download stuff just left and right. Like
Well, luckily
I
it's
love
free,
that.
so
I
Yeah.
love it when they do that.
yes,
it's the best.
so much of my
my
hard drive is
favorite.
taken up by stupid games that I will never play.
Hey, Fortnite's pretty fun.
It
Have y'all-
is.
Have you played? You have played Fortnite? Yeah. I played on the Switch, so I kind of got overinflated with the number one victories or whatever.
yeah.
Because Switch people, most of them are bots, and it was.
Well, I
great.
remember when it first came out. I think I had just graduated college, so like I'm living in Hartselle at this point, working at Flint. Julia's still in college, and I like got my first victory royale. And I was running around the house like screaming in celebration because like it was a solo victory, like it was the coolest thing. And since then, you play with different groups of guys and stuff like that, and it's fun.
Yeah.
But then it turns into it just got too much.
Right.
It
Oh yeah, it went too crazy.
Yeah.
I
when
can see
you
that.
can become Taylor Swift, I was just like, I'm out.
Well, I could see that moment being you're like bouncing off the walls, fired up, and she goes, "That's great. Can you load the dishwasher? Like,
Do something, please.
do something to help me with this child.
No,
Like, wipe
we
that
were-
kid's butt."
No, we were not married at that point. It was still in the young days.
All right. Well, let's get on with.
Wait. I'm gonna take us back for 1 second.
We haven't seen each other. We haven't seen each other for a little bit.
We're fired up.
Yeah. Graduation.
There used to be. I posted this the other day on one of those Facebook groups where they were talking about graduations. But there used to be a group of guys in the town I used to live in Tennessee that there was some app that they had or something that they would send out, and it was like a bingo card of like graduation phrases that get said.
Oh.
And everyone had their own randomized bingo card.
I like that.
And as you were listening to the commencement speeches or whatever, or the whole ceremony, the typical like, this is the greatest class to ever come through this.
Oh, yeah.
No, you're not. Nope. You're as good as last year's class.
You're just
But,
a normal class.
We'll remember each other. No, you won't.
Yeah.
Like 2 years from now, you won't talk to any of these people. Okay. I sound so pessimistic, but it's true. And like as you go through the card, you just check off like all the stereotypical speech things that you hear, and the goal was like who would have the guts to like go bingo at the ceremony. So that's how the youth ministers make it through graduation.
How many of
ceremonies.
y'all's high school friends and stuff do y'all stay in contact with, or
One.
do you?
One. I've got one.
But he was also
It's
my
Sparky.
roommate at Freed, and then he was also my roommate at Freed, and then my best man at my wedding. So I mean, we still communicate.
Okay. I don't think that there is a single person. Well, there's one person, but it's because he's my bug guy. He comes and sprays the house.
Okay, let me ask you this: do you prefer a large class of graduation or small class graduation?
Ooh.
I'd say it doesn't, as long as you can do it. Like
In a timely
East
manner.
Lawrence High School, Danville, they all do it really well where they get through fairly quick. I want to explain this for I went to Buford High School, and it was
like
like
a million people.
No, it wasn't even that. We graduated with less than 300 people, but it was like a 4.5 hour graduation
That's
because
the
he
worst.
called up every single person who got more than $1 scholarship to any school. So it'd be like, oh, Hunter Puckett got a $1 preaching scholarship to Freed Harbin University. It'd be like, okay, but then like the next kid was like going to Navy and got like a $250,000 scholarship.
Yeah.
But it was like every
That sounds
single
about
person.
right.
Well, I went to a homeschool graduation not long ago, which was
Yeah,
great.
and those
it was
are
actually
great.
really good. But the
Yeah.
problem with it was they graduated like, I want to say it was like 32 students, and it took like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Because they like had this whole presentation and did this whole thing with all of them.
Well, and each parent speaks because they are
Yes.
the principal
Correct.
of their school.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I will tell you, I love going to a huge school graduation. I just love it because they will go through that thing in like 30, 45 minutes. They just boom, 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 boom. Next name, hand them the diploma. It's not
Not
even their diploma. The diploma's not even in the thing. They just
Yeah,
hand
it's
them a
just
little
a
slip.
cover.
And they get the diploma later because they are zooming through. You get 300 plus in a class, they fly through it.
Not always.
You get 7, 8 in a homeschool class, and they're like, let's have a talent show at the graduation and
That's
show
right.
their. And
We're gonna
I've
have
sat,
a halftime
I have
show.
sat through that talent show. It was a student many years ago. He's grown and gone and graduated. He's got a family of his own. Okay, so I can make fun of it now. But I watched him play clarinet at his high school graduation.
That's awesome.
Didn't even know he played clarinet.
Hey, Milan High School, their graduation took about 3 hours. The South Gibson County, which is a bigger school, had more students, theirs took about 45 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, he came in, they had a guy get up, he did his speech, and they were like, all right, let's go.
I want
And
to
they
say,
started.
like East Lawrence, I every time I've had a kid graduate, it's been sub 1 hour
Oh,
of just
man.
getting in and out.
What a-
It's
what a-
amazing.
that's awesome.
But I do want to say this quick story because I love it. It's the same school that Michael
And
was
we're
talking
back.
about. No, it's the same little homeschool. But like the parents talk. A couple years ago, there was a dad that was talking about his kid, and he's like, it was super awkward because he was like selling his kid. Like, hey, he'd be a great husband, and I get it, but the way that he was
Roll
showing,
Tide.
the way that he explained how he would be a great husband is
Whoa.
because he could kill a raccoon and skin it for you and cook it and feed his family.
But could he spit some beech nut in that dude's eye?
But why would you use a raccoon?
Because raccoons are delicious.
All right. So for the listeners, at what point do you draw the line of I'm just not going to eat that?
Have you seen that video of that Xavier Legette, the wide receiver for the Carolina Panthers, when he's talking about hunting raccoons
And eating them?
Yes,
I'm
it's
just not-
incredible.
I'm not that
It's
hungry.
incredible. He's on a podcast with the Amon-Ra St. Browns.
Oh, yeah.
People,
Do you
Equanimous.
think he would come on our podcast? As like a
Oh
guest?
yeah, but we probably wouldn't understand him. He is hilarious, and they did like their whole schedule reveal this year with him, and he was like talking, and everybody was just like, "Wait,
What do you
X,
say?
we don't know what you're saying." It was really good.
I do want, before we go into the full topic, I do want to address the lion in the room. I would say elephant, but it's a lion. So Michael wears a Freed Hardeman t-shirt very often. Okay, like to record.
I love this T-shirt.
He wears, and probably this t-shirt very
I
often.
love this shirt.
But
have that
Hunter
shirt.
has walked in here today with
Oh my
an
goodness.
embroidered Columbia fishing shirt, and he looks sharp.
And it's not just print; it's embroidered.
Oh,
and-
it is. I would dare I
Top
say
tier.
sexy.
And you
Oh,
can find
my-
it. Let's take it easy. Let's take it easy.
Whoa.
Edit that out.
If you would like one of these shirts, you can also find it at the Belfry.
Sure.
I don't know.
for about
The
one and a
place that's
half
underneath the
amount of what it's
bookstore.
worth.
Yeah. Once they embroider that on there, it goes up at about $40.
Bazinga. It
Yeah.
goes up.
I would say what I spent on it, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're still recovering from it.
Probably.
I think he's paying it off each month.
I don't have any student
I don't-
loans, but
I
I bought a
don't-
lot of shirts. At the
I don't remember how much it costs, but it's $88 a month for the next year and a half.
Yeah, I remember those commercials though. The commercials like selling something super random. It's like, oh, for only 18 payments of $19.99.
Yeah.
do you know the only shirt I've ever bought at the Freed bookstore is when they go on clearance? I'll look at the
Oh,
clearance
yeah.
rack. I've never paid.
Because they're like $45
They
for
are.
a T-shirt.
My
But you know-
favorite, I don't even know if they make them anymore. My favorite was the Freed Hardman tuition payer shirt. Like your
Oh,
parents
yeah,
would wear it or
That's a
something.
great shirt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still paying off my child's.
I've got it out of my system now.
And that's why Heritage Christian University is a great university to go to if you're interested
even have
in
a
Bible
bookstore?
majors. I don't know. They're working on it.
They do have things online.
They got
Yeah,
swag.
you can have, you can buy it
Yeah, you can
online,
buy
but they're
stuff
not like
online.
a physical bookstore.
Yeah.
I think that's coming with the new library that's being built.
I think that's right. Yeah.
The
and
Puckett Library?
No,
And they're
I think they're named after Kurt.
I hope they name it after you.
but the
The Puckett Deese Library.
the
Memorial.
merch that Heritage has is actually really cool
I
stuff.
thought you said the MERS. I was like,
the merce.
We're
No, we're a few
You can
years.
get a
we're
Heritage
few
man
years after
purse.
that. We're a few years past that. Those aren't the thing now. But
We
man,
may
what
not
a time to
accomplish
be alive.
anything, but man, we're having a good time this
What
morning.
a time to be alive when the merce was a thing. You know, I had one. You remember that one? That
I know
had?
you did.
from
I know
MERS
you
to
did.
I mean,
bullets.
mine was like legitimate leather and like super nice.
Chris carries one. He calls it a satchel, but it's a MERS.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a okay. What's
Our
the difference
our
here?
Chris at Coleman carries one too. Chris Gamble carries a MERS.
Let's be real here. What's the difference between a merce,
a briefcase.
a satchel, a briefcase, and an attaché?
Okay, let me say this.
I need. Wait, this is important. I mean,
We're going to come to this, but I do want to mention I did see a satchel, I might say, that I really want. I will never buy it because it's a ridiculous, frivolous thing to go get, but a Rawlings brand backpack like that makes baseball gloves.
Yeah.
And it's like baseball glove leather, super nice backpack. Saw it on Facebook Marketplace, really tempted. Did not get it. But
I would never wear that.
Dude, lowball them.
It was
Yeah.
awesome. It was awesome.
That's the
looking
best
at it.
That's
thing in
what
the
you
world.
do
A
on
baseball
Facebook
guy,
Marketplace.
you would have loved it.
On Facebook Marketplace, everything
$20.
$20. Just
They're
they're
had
like,
it
hey,
for,
this
they
is
had it for
$100,
75 or
$20.
80, I think. And I was like,
$20.
for a backpack?
$20. They probably would have taken it. Yeah. So
Okay,
what's the difference between
satchel-
attaché,
Attaché.
a satchel,
That sounds like a dessert.
a briefcase, and a merce?
Well, briefcase is a hard like shell.
Yeah.
Like it's not.
Would it be if it
flexible.
has like a satchel strap to wear around your shoulder?
Okay.
opposed to like just handles.
I think if
That-
you just got handles, it's immerse.
No,
I feel like it'd be
the Merce
opposite.
is like that's the ones you put around you. And you
Yeah.
have it on the,
Yeah, like girls.
Girls don't hold purses in their hands.
They're on their arm, their little dainty arms.
Yeah, but there's no men that will do that. Their little dainty arms.
They're dainty.
Hey,
I
I
wish
know-
there was
I know what it's
video.
like to
We
have a
need
dainty
video.
arm.
We need.
You are ready for that? He may be a little on that one.
And we're back.
Hey, we're back. So, what is it? An attaché.
I don't even know where that word came from.
Somebody Google that. Google it up. An attaché.
I don't even know how to spell it.
It's ATTACHE.
I'm gonna say
Attaché.
it's attachment. It's an attachment.
Oh,
Attachment.
attaché.
I don't know.
I don't think we spelled that right. Oh, hold on.
Attaché. So, anyways, an attaché, I'm pretty sure, is also a hard body.
It's just the definition that it has given.
An
me.
attaché
a technical expert on a country's diplomatic staff at a foreign capital.
Exactly what I thought it was.
What mine says is
Exactly what I
an
thought.
attaché case. That's what the definition is.
But the real question is there any patina on it?
Oh, that's true.
Look at
Jeremy.
how patina
Actually,
this
let's
thing
talk
is.
about Jeremy's patina.
We're
Look
not
at
talking
how
about any youth
good
ministry
this thing is looking.
Jeremy, your seat looks really good.
I know, it's
patina.
got a little patina. I'm going to have a patina on my shirt when I get up.
You're going to have patina everywhere. It's already on the floor.
Yeah.
This is a good time. This is a good
How
time.
far are we into this thing? What's the time right now?
Oh, 17 minutes. Y'all want to just close it
that's
out and
pretty
call
good.
it?
That's pretty good.
Hey, wait. We got
Let's
one.
actually talk about something.
We actually do have one question, and we're going to close it out after this. Okay, we have one question that somebody asked me on Instagram, and he was talking about prayer journals, and we had that episode about it, and actually that episode is one of our most popular episodes. In case y'all didn't know that.
discipling students through prayer.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's one of our most popular episodes, and we had someone send in a question. Shout out to the Sow Road Youth Group
Nice.
page, and their youth
Sowell
minister,
Road.
super cool dude, and he said, when you are doing your prayer journals, do y'all actually use like a journal, or do you use a notebook, or whatever, and which one do you recommend? So what do you think, Jeremy?
So this is one of the things that you and I, what was it, last semester that you had to like report a prayer journal,
Yes.
or like what you were going through with your prayer journal. So you can speak to that experience too a little bit. Something I have is I just have like a paper notebook, like a little thin, small. It's about the size of my Bible. I like something that's similar size to my Bible that I can carry with me everywhere. And mine like is not just prayer journal. It's also like if I think of an idea, or if I need to call somebody back or whatever. It's kind of an everything journal, which is not super organized and helpful at times, because I have to like go back through and figure out, okay, where did I write that? How far was that back? And what did I mean by that? And so I think that I have some growth to do in my prayer journal area. But I kind of have a spiral bound notebook that I write everything in that I need like that. Hunter?
Yeah.
Just for me, it's just going to Walmart and getting those little hardcover journals. It works well. Especially if you're kind of used to how you set up a prayer journal, it definitely helps. If you're just now starting a prayer journal, then you might want something that has a little bit more. No, just lead in it as far as like, hey, you're praying for these things. These are things that you want to focus on for today. Here's the date, things like that. But I think there is a lot of benefit to what Jeremy was saying is, you have the ability, once you get away from that, you just have the open page, you have the ability to kind of make it what you want.
Right.
The things that you're thinking of, the things that you're praying for. And absolutely. And I separate my prayer journals from like my other journals, but I do carry like an everyday journal, ideas, different things like that.
Yeah.
But then the prayer journal usually stays like in my desk in my office.
I had those one of those guides that kind of like walks you through what to do, and it says like take 5 minutes to do this, and take 10 minutes to reflect on what you're doing, and then enter into prayer so that you're mindful, your mind's in the right place and stuff.
One of the things I've seen, and I see this more for women than I do for men, like it's kind of driven towards women, but these journals that are like for taking sermon notes, or for, and you've probably seen these, or maybe your wife has one. Our ladies ministry has done these. My wife has one that my mother-in-law got her for Christmas. It essentially is like, here's the sermon title for today. Here's things that I thought about. Here's things that I'm going to take away from this. Here's things that I'm praying about.
Cool.
And it's all on one page. So like she has a page to take that week's sermon notes, and then they reflect on that. There's like a page or two to reflect during the week on what you heard, and as you apply that in your prayer journal, in your life. So
Also,
really
pretty cool.
If
And
you don't
there's
want
not a lot of that for men.
Yeah, if you don't want a physical prayer journal and you have an iPad, I do
The
want to give
journaling app?
Well, the journaling app, or Jeremy actually showed me this. It's called Good Notes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And I use that for a lot of things within school too. But then I also have a section in there of just random journaling notes as well.
I want to say it's $10 a year for a subscription to that, maybe.
so.
And,
I don't
which is
have
not
the
bad
subscription.
for how many things you can, you keep up on it.
because I bought it
Yeah.
when it first released, and so I get all the subscription stuff for free.
Grandfathered in.
It's kind of sweet. But yeah, so shout out to Joey Jameson at the Sile Road Church of Christ.
Yeah.
And thankful for him reaching out, asking some questions, and hopefully we'll have some more, and we'll be able to address those
And
questions.
we'll send a link of some of the things that we use, and we'll put that at the bottom of our description.
Yeah. All right. Well, y'all got anything else y'all want to talk about?
Man, what a good
I know.
silly willy
This is a
episode.
great episode. Yeah. Anything? No? Make sure to check us out at OKSYouthMinistry.com. And also, Crowley's Ridge College. Make sure to check them out. crc.edu. And also check out ministryleague.com and all of the things that they have going on. We will put in our description some of these notebook links that y'all can just go online. Y'all can click the link, buy those notebooks. We're not getting paid for any of that, but we should be.
Yeah, amen. And a
but-
women.
That's all right.
And a women.
We just love Jesus.
That's true. That's
The
true.
old moleskin. Oh, man.
Well, you want to close this out, Hunter?
There it is.
We hope that your ministry is blessed.
Thanks for joining us today in the important conversation of youth ministry. Go and follow us on Instagram and check out OkayestYouthMinistry.com for more information about our upcoming episodes. We'll be dropping a new episode every Wednesday morning, and we look forward to talking with you again next week. And hey, it's okay to be the Okayest Youth Minister around, but let's all strive to be just a little bit better.